What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Keeta today, KTA USD. It is the third day of February, and here we are sitting at about 28 cents. We got about 7.5 hours left in this day. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. I do believe KTA will pull back a little bit from here. Just like a quick little rough summary of what I'm expecting. I do expect that we'll pull back a little bit, probably below 26 cents, probably not below 24 cents. And then likely we are building from a point at which we found our low here, a higher low, a rounded bottom overall. We're going to build from this point, and maybe, just maybe, when we get up to this level that we've been finding resistance at, we will take a stab to the upside, shooting for 60 cents and beyond. We're at 27.8 cents now. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame here, I don't know what to make of this. It's almost like here you have a flat top, right, and then you have this like ascending structure, but now you've broken out. It's like, is it a wedge overall? Something like that, maybe. I don't know. This kind of looks like a flag in itself, but I don't think that it is. Let's look at the 1 hour indicators. The RSI has a little bit of a bearish divergence double top there. Same thing with the stochastics and the MACD. We're crossed red, building bearish momentum, coming down, coming down. We probably do come down a little bit with our indicators. That doesn't necessarily mean that we go lower with our price. I wouldn't be surprised if we did retrace from here. Okay, so from like a low to a high, I wouldn't be surprised if we did go to the 382 or lower. 382 is at 26.1 cents. Typically, you don't bounce right off the 382 like we did here. Typically, you wick below it. So something below 26 cents makes sense to me. If we go down to the golden ratio, the lowest possible target would be 24 cents right here, 24.1 cents. So something between there and probably just below this yellow line, something in this area. That's what I would expect. It wouldn't be surprising at all if what we did was we took out this low, we went just below this low, while simultaneously finding support at prior points of resistance here, and even a prior point of support back here. So we could find support somewhere around there. That would be just below 26 cents. Okay. I think you'll have one last chance to buy KTA below 26 cents. The last time, whenever we were all the way up here for both of these highs, right, we were calling for prices below 27 cents, which at the time might have seemed a little bit crazy, but then we did go there. We went well below 27 cents. Okay, we went to 22 cents. So I'm calling for prices below 26 cents now. We might go to 25.9 cents, and then that's it. That might be it. We could go a lot lower. We might even go below these lows, and then that's it. I don't know. I'm not going to be perfect with that, but I am expecting at least that we get below 26 cents. 27.8 now, so that'll be a point at which I'll probably buy some more KTA, and I will make a post about that if I do, as I normally do. Looking at this with our 4 hour time frame, I don't mind the MACD here. I like it. You know, you've got not bullish divergence, but you're turning the tide a little bit. You are at a point where it's kind of make it or break it. You could reject the zero, and if you do, we probably do go below this low, or at least contest it, right? If we are here, I actually really like the stochastics. I like this. It's much better than just like getting in and out like that, getting this kind of consistent behavior. Like here, you're being more consistent, and the reaction, you know, it continued. The move didn't pull back like this one did, up and then down. You went up and then up. It's kind of nice here. If we pull back a little bit, like I'm thinking, this might be enough to get the stochastics down to the 50, reset, and then bounce. We've seen that happen plenty of times. We've seen it happen, and it doesn't work out. We've seen it happen a little bit above, sometimes right at it, sometimes a little bit below. So a little bit of a pullback, bounce there, and then we'll move up. With that, the MACD should get across. I would think that we'd probably chill here. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Thursday. Maybe late Wednesday or Thursday, KTA should be breaking out and moving higher. That's my thoughts. Today's Tuesday, so I would say like between now and the next 24 hours, we're probably going to be at this price and lower. And then after 24 hours from now, we probably, assuming everything goes the way I think it will, we probably will start to move up higher and see prices above 30 cents by the end of the week. So again, just to wrap that up in a neat little bow, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I do believe we're going to go below 26 cents, which means that we would at least go here or lower. I also believe by the end of this week, which would be Sunday, we will be above this point here, right? So maybe we go somewhere down here, but we will be up here by the end of this week. From the current price, the difference there to the upside, it's about a 6-7% difference. Don't let me stop you from buying KTA now or DCAing in. There's nothing wrong with taking some nibbles or throwing the hammer down and going full go here, because not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're like me and you believe in this thing and you think it's going to go higher than what we're talking about here, this is insignificant compared to what's coming next. So we've had the pullback. We've had a good bit of the pullback. You're still buying at very low areas overall. Don't let me stop you from buying. But yes, I do believe we're going to go below 26 cents. I do believe that'll be a good area to buy from. To procure some more KTAs. Looking at this on the daily time frame, the RSI is productive overall. It's very productive. Nice higher low kind of parabolic structure. Nice little parabolic channel. That's crazy. That's pretty bullish, y'all. Let's see, we've got a lower low here, lower low there. Yeah, I think we went over this yesterday. It's a neutral but bullish position that we're in right now with the RSI. The one thing that I will say is a little bit concerning would be that we have lower lows here and lower highs here. Could we be not in a parabolic trend, but maybe starting a downtrend? That would be problematic. So in other words, what we need to see here is overbought territory. We need to get overbought. We can't get a lower high and then go below this 50. Maybe we can get a lower high and like find support at the 50. We can't do that though. We want to get overbought. If we were to get overbought on the RSI, typically, almost always, getting overbought goes hand in hand with breaking out of a consolidation phase. So that would be this zone here. Typically, it's not that simple, but that's not a good way to think about it, just plainly. But if you have a prejudice in that way, it kind of helps you think quicker. People hear prejudice and they're like, racism? No, prejudice just, it means, like, a prejudice is like a thought that you have. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. But most of the time we associate it with bad things, but it's a thought you have like automatically about something, right? From your own beliefs, from experience, from whatever. Doesn't mean that it's a guarantee to be true. But my prejudice towards this, when I'm looking at this, the prejudice that I have is that, like, the preconceived notion that I have is if we get overbought here, that likely coincides with the breakout of this range. Okay. In other words, we need to get daily closes above 34.2 cents. We need to close above there. We start closing above there, and this idea that we have this rounded bottom that's going to result in a nice stab to the upside that will likely take us above these highs. I'm thinking it'll take us all the way up to 70 cents. We're at 27.777 cents right now. That will become vindicated once we close above 34.2 cents. Okay. If we reject that level, that's okay, as long as we don't go too far below. We can consolidate. It doesn't have to be like one fell swoop like this, but soon enough, either this next attempt or one of the few attempts afterwards, we're going to be breaking out sometime by the end of this month. This is the official call. It is the 3rd of February. By the end of this month, KTA should be above 70 cents. We should see prices above 70 cents, if not at least above 60 cents. We're at 27.8 cents right now. Hit that like button, subscribe. I do believe that this move in itself that we've talked about so far is just a part of a process that will take us to new all-time highs eventually. We will see a multi-dollar price, and well beyond that, well beyond any of the numbers that we have here on the screen. I believe KTA has the potential to see prices that are worth $30, $40, $50, $60, $100, even maybe a little bit above there, but probably max around $50 to $100, somewhere in there. We're at 27 cents now. So this is a journey in a very long, this is a process in a very long journey that will take us to fantastically higher prices. So again, don't let the little things, 27.8 cents, moving down to something just below 26 cents, don't let the little things scare you. The big picture here is we are at a massive discount. This is a perfect area to buy. Massive opportunity. You just got to zoom out. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.